Cruise ship in crisis. Thousands of passengers trapped on this boat as cases of the coronavirus spike. 61 passengers infected, including those 11 Americans. This Oregon woman taken off the ship after testing positive for the virus. And now news from China. One of the doctors who first sounded the alarm about the virus has died from the disease at just 34 years old.
Countdown to the showdown. As the final Iowa results come in, the top Democratic candidates preparing to face off just hours from now in our high-stakes New Hampshire debate. George, right there live.
Winter storm emergency. Deadly tornadoes ripping through the south, destroying homes. Preschoolers sheltering in the halls as flash flooding leaves neighborhoods underwater. And now the new warning in the east. Rain and wind gusts that could hit 65 miles per hour. 23 states on alert right now.
ABC News exclusive, the reality show doctor and his girlfriend accused of victimizing as many as 1,000 women, charged with assaulting 7, now breaking their silence as the case against them is suddenly dropped.
Sign-stealing scandal. The fired manager of the Houston Astros now speaking out for the first time. What he's saying about that tainted World Series win.
And our Oscars party is getting started. With just 2 days to go to Hollywood's biggest night. The surprises to watch out for, why the Joker may make history. We're one-on-one with the stars right here on GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America. We cannot wait for the Oscars this Sunday. I got to head out there this weekend, be there in time for it. And we have our After Oscars show, GMA, live from LA on Monday morning.
You guys are going to have a lot of fun out there.
It'll be a lot of fun at 3 or 4 in the morning. It's going to be great.
It's a lot of fun.
You and I are headed somewhere else. Not as cool as the Oscars, but fun.
New Hampshire, exactly. And tonight is the big night, our Democratic debate, of course, ahead of that crucial New Hampshire primary. And the one and only George, he beat us. He's already there. How's it looking, George?
It is looking great to see you. I'm here at the Sullivan Ice Arena here at St. Anselm's College, and I got to tell you, they know how to do debates here at St. Anselm's. They've been welcoming candidates for more than 60 years, and you see what's going on right there as they're preparing this hockey arena for tonight's debate. There are going to be 1,400 seats, 7 candidates on the stage. We're getting ready. The candidates are getting ready. Can't wait for it to start.
Well, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, it's going to be a big debate tonight, and we'll have much more with George in a moment. But first, we want to get to those breaking developments in the coronavirus outbreak. We know now at least 11 Americans are battling the disease infected on that Diamond Princess cruise ship docked in Japan.
And take a look, that Royal Caribbean cruise ship in New Jersey is also being held right now as 12 passengers get screened for the virus. This is cases spike around the globe, and the World Health Organization warns the virus hasn't peaked yet. Will Carr starts us off from Travis Air Force Base with the very latest. Good morning, Will.
And Michael, another group of Americans evacuating from the hot zone in China just landed at the Air Force Base behind me. The CDC says they will be tested every step of the way. But this morning, we're seeing that in confined spaces like cruise ships, the coronavirus is spreading quickly. This morning, 11 Americans quarantined on the Diamond Princess cruise in Japan have tested positive for the novel coronavirus. Rebecca Frazier, an Oregon resident, is just one of the 41 new cases of coronavirus discovered on this cruise ship. More than 60 passengers have now been infected. Rebecca's husband says she'll be in the hospital for 10 to 12 days. Now Kent tells us his temperature is jumping. He's worried he may be infected as well. With the conditions worsening on board, Roger and Kathy Maniscalco from Utah are 2 of the thousands trapped in their rooms.
Inside, nothing has changed. I mean, we're still in our cabins. A little scary to be on board, and the numbers just keep climbing.
The situation's so bad, one passenger writes on social media that they can hear painful coughs from a passenger in a nearby room. And now the Chinese doctor who sounded the alarm on novel coronavirus has died from the disease he was so concerned about. Early on, Dr. Li Wenyoung warned his colleagues that the symptoms he was seeing in several patients were similar to SARS. Shortly after, local authorities tried to silence him, some even calling his warnings fake news. While Dr. Li was only 34, a new report shows that the median age of coronavirus patients appears to be between 49 and 56. And that cases in children have been rare. There are also new reports that the Chinese government is doubling down on its efforts to contain the virus, including house-to-house searches in Wuhan, now essentially a ghost town, reportedly rounding up those infected and placing them in makeshift quarantine centers. Meanwhile, as hundreds of Americans, including these 2 planes this morning, have evacuated from Wuhan to military bases here in the United States, at least 9 of the evacuees, including Frank Wuczynski and his 3-year-old daughter Annabelle, have been taken to the hospital after exhibiting symptoms.
We've been in this hospital probably for the next 3 days until the CDC results come back.
And this morning, the first possible cases of coronavirus on board a ship docking in the United States. This Royal Caribbean ship arriving in Bayonne, New Jersey with 12 Chinese nationals on board. They've been isolated after experiencing breathing problems and other pulmonary issues. The CDC is now rushing to that ship to test the passengers showing symptoms. As for the Americans coming back from China, by the end of the day, there will be around 1,000 quarantined on military bases across the country. Cecilia.
Okay, Will Carr, thank you. And we are now joined by Carrie and Roger Maniscalco of Utah. They are on that Diamond Princess cruise ship that Will was just telling us about. Thank you both so much for joining us. We cannot even begin to imagine what you have been going through. This was supposed to be a 2-week cruise. You're going to be on this ship for a month. What are the conditions like?
They're somber. It's pretty quiet on the ship just because, I think everybody's still initially in shock. Today is day 3, and so it's still pretty quiet. Everybody's still in their rooms, so.
It's been tough with the news of another 41 passengers being sick. It just kind of quieted down even more. So, it's been tough.
Are you talking to us right now from your room on the cruise ship?
Yes.
That's correct.
And how are you both feeling at this point?
Absolutely fine.
Yeah, we're perfectly healthy. They gave us thermometers for each of us to take our temperatures throughout the day, and if it goes any above 37.5 degrees Celsius, then you're to report.
And are you doing it's self-testing that you're doing, or are you being checked regularly by doctors who are on the ship?
It's self-checking.
At this point, how much contact are you having with anybody else on that ship?
None.
Just you guys in the room alone?
Yes.
That's it.
Can you leave the room at all?
We've been here for about 4 days. No.
We're not allowed to.
There were reports that some people are being able to now at least go outside and get some fresh air. When was the last time you had fresh air?
Well, we have a balcony, so we can open up our balcony and get fresh air. But they just barely started late last night letting some of the interior cabins go in small groups up to, I think it's up to the top deck to get some air. And they have specific rules. They have to wear masks and gloves and stay within a meter apart of each other.
Yeah, and they're being watched as well to make sure they follow those rules so that they can just continue to do so. And it's anybody who has a stateroom that does not have a window in it whatsoever, which makes sense to us even. So let them go out and get some fresh air for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then they go on to the next staterooms from there.
So you're going to be in this room that you're in for the next 2 weeks. How big is it?
I looked it up, and it's 211 square feet total with the bathroom and everything.
Are you going stir crazy yet?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going.
You don't realize how much you lose. You miss that freedom of just being able to open the door and walk around. Ultimately, we are safe. We're in our cabin. We're not congregating with any other passengers. We've always wore our masks when we're on any excursions and so forth. So they're keeping us safe.
Well, we thank you both for joining us this morning, and we hope you both stay safe and healthy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have to say, I can't even imagine 200 square feet, 2 weeks trapped in that room. They can't talk to anybody else, and boy, they are in remarkably good spirits.
2 weeks they have to be in the room.
Yes.
Wow.
You love your husband, but
Love you, babe. Not happening. Yeah.
All right. We're going to turn now to politics and the race for the White House. The top 7 Democratic candidates are about to face off on our debate stage. Let's get back to George in Manchester, New Hampshire. And George, it's still early in this race, but this debate comes at a critical time.
Boy, it sure does. After that unsettled result in Iowa, they may not even declare a winner before the New Hampshire primary on Tuesday. And this is the last debate before that primary, just 4 days away right now. So this debate could have a huge impact on what happens here in New Hampshire. Up on the stage tonight, Joe Biden's going to be front and center. He's going to have Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg to his right, Elizabeth Warren and Amy Klobuchar and Tom Steyer to his left. And Mary Bruce is right up there by the podiums right now.
Good morning, George. Well, this could be the fiercest clash of the campaign season yet. Tonight, on this stage, the candidates facing off for the first time since those chaotic caucuses in Iowa. And with those results still in dispute, what happens here in New Hampshire is now more critical than ever. In New Hampshire this morning, the race for 2020 moving at full speed.
Hello, Derry!
Thank you, Concord!
New Hampshire is not the kind of place to let Iowa or anybody else tell you what to do.
The candidates preparing to face off on the debate stage tonight. All eyes on Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg, both of them now claiming victory in Iowa.
When you run and you get more votes than your opponents, in this case 6,000 more, you're usually considered the winner. I got 6,000 more votes than Mr. Buttigieg.
It has been an extraordinary week, and we are absolutely electrified by the energy that we are coming here with.
The state party now reporting 100% of the results, but those results are still in dispute. The head of the National Democratic Party is calling for a total review of every bit of paper trail in Iowa. After admitting he took a gut punch in the caucuses, the pressure is on for Joe Biden.
I'm not going anywhere. And I'm counting on New Hampshire. We're going to come back.
Out of sight Thursday, the former vice president spent the day at home, off the campaign trail, preparing for the debate. Tonight, he'll be front and center, and he's already been sharpening his attacks against rivals like Sanders.
He calls himself a democratic socialist. Well, we're already seeing what Donald Trump is going to do with that.
Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren is looking for a much-needed win in New Hampshire. Tonight, a chance to flex her near-home state advantage.
This is a moment when people are off the sidelines and people are ready to get in this fight.
For Andrew Yang, Tom Steyer, and Amy Klobuchar, this could be one of their last chances to break through.
This is a state that has this big tradition of basically giving candidates a chance that they think can win in the election.
Now, Sanders and Buttigieg will be the night's top targets. And here on the stage, George, they are standing right next to each other. And right there in the middle will be Joe Biden. After his distant fourth-place finish in Iowa, he needs a strong showing here tonight. We do expect him to be more aggressive, but, George, the stakes for him are tremendous.
Okay, Mary, thanks very much. Let's talk about it more now with our chief political analyst, Matthew Dowd. And Mary was getting at it. New Hampshire has a history of kind of scrambling the results in a while. A lot of changes in the final couple of days, which makes this debate so important.
This debate becomes even more important than the unresolved results in Iowa at this point, because it's going to settle where this race fundamentally goes. I think this race right now is heading towards a two-person race, a different two-person race than we thought a week ago, which we thought Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, and now it's becoming much more of a two-person race between Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg, and that's, I think, what the other candidates have to figure out how they crack.
Yeah, they've got to get some momentum going into these final 4 days. Meantime, Mike Bloomberg hanging out there spending a ton of money on Super Tuesday states, and this morning he's announcing the endorsement of Donald Trump's former Navy secretary.
Yeah, and I think, as we say, a two-person race of the field that's moving forward in these states, but a two-person race to face Michael Bloomberg in the huge contest coming up in Super Tuesday in this. I think we are at the point, and Joe Biden is the most pressure is on Joe Biden. I remember a scene from Rocky II when Adrian leans into Rocky and says, win. Joe Biden can't just do well, he has to win tonight.
Okay, Matthew Dowd, thanks very much. And of course, we'll be here starting at 8 Eastern for the Democratic debates right here on ABC. Tom, back to you.
All right, George, we will check back with you a little later in the broadcast. Now to the latest on President Trump and reaction this morning to his victory lap, celebrating his acquittal in the Senate impeachment trial, coming before the cameras, unleashing on his opponents with personal insults and even some profanity. Our chief White House correspondent, John Carl, has more. John, I want to play a portion of that speech now.
We've been going through this now for over 3 years. It was evil, it was corrupt, it was dirty cops, it was leakers and liars, and this should never, ever happen to another president, ever.
On the payback tour officially underway.
He is declaring victory, Tom, but he is not moving on. He wants retribution and payback. Sources close to the president say here at the White House, he wants a house cleaning. As one source put it, he wants the haters gone. We expect that to begin with Lieutenant Colonel Vindman, who of course testified in the impeachment trial. We are told to expect that he will be moving on out of the White House. He is still assigned to the National Security Council, but we are told the president wants him out of here.
All right, John, thank you for that. Michael?
All right, thank you, Tom. Now to that deadly storm carving a dangerous path across the South, bringing tornadoes, snow, and flash flooding. Now that severe weather is heading east as millions start their morning commute. Ginger, of course, has the very latest. Good morning to you, Ginger.
Good morning to you, Michael. I'm out here in Times Square because we have a high wind warning starting at noon today. The gusts here could get up to 60+ miles per hour. We've already seen a big time wind in North Carolina, South Carolina. Cranes were taken down in Tampa overnight. And so we are concerned about this storm that has already killed at least 3 people. Deadly storms blasting through the southeast. At least 23 reported tornadoes, one crushing this mobile home in Tampa Bay with a woman inside. She survived. Damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, powerful enough to fling a road sign onto this car in Raleigh, North Carolina. Watch as this driver in Atlanta has to navigate as a tree falls on the highway. At least a half foot of rain in the southern Appalachians, forcing water rescues in Raven, Virginia. Their town cut off, all roads inundated. In Richland, Virginia, a state of emergency. 500 now displaced and dozens rescued. Roads collapsing from Kentucky to Tennessee. This man battling a severe storm in Spartanburg, South Carolina, trying to keep that door shut at a furniture store. In Tennessee, a bus split in half by a falling tree, killing a woman on board and injuring 4 others. And 2 people were killed in Alabama after a storm tore through several homes. So you saw that, the trees into homes, into vehicles, that's how people get killed. And today it is that widespread wind that could take down trees. And I want to show you the forecast here of gusts. Look at that, New York City 57. That will absolutely impact flights late this morning into early afternoon. And then going up the coast, Boston to 50, Nantucket could get close to 70-mile-per-hour gusts in some places. So just keep an eye on those winds as you go through today. Things will start to clear out by tomorrow, Michael.
All right, thank you, Ginger. Devastating images there.
Yeah, really.
Thank you so much, Ginger, for that. And also this morning, we're learning new details about the public memorial service to honor Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and the 7 other people killed in that helicopter crash 12 days ago. It will be held at Staples Center in Los Angeles on February the 24th, capping off a week of tributes across the city. And the date is significant because Bryant wore number 24 and his daughter Gianna wore number 2.
It's going to be really special.
Without a doubt.
And LA really needs it. I mean, they really needed something, and the family needs it as well.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a lot of the other stories that we're following this morning, including that ABC News exclusive with the reality TV doctor and his girlfriend accused of victimizing multiple women. Now they're breaking their silence as the case is suddenly dropped.
And the fired manager of the Houston Astros speaking out for the first time about that cheating scandal. Does he think the team's World Series title is tainted? But first, let's go back to Ginger.
And Michael, I know we're going out to the Oscars. Get used to this rain because we're going to see a little bit of that this weekend. I'll have more on that. But first, let's get to the weekend getaways sponsored by Walmart.
Whoa! Is this the future? This is the present.
Here is your order, Bills.
Excellent!
Where are they?
Yes, I do. I am quite aware we are lost.
I know.
Take the coat for today. We'll have falling temperatures and increasing winds. Later today, we'll get a little bit of sunshine. But this morning when you step out the door, a few more showers passing the area until about 9 to 10 o'clock. But as that front makes its way through, again, turning windy with wind gusts that could be as high as 45 to 50 miles per hour. Your temperature at 45, wind chills in the 30s. Better weekend with sunshine from 45 Saturday to close to 50 degrees on Sunday. Early part of next week, that's your next storm moving in with rain.
Temperatures in the 50s, and yes, some rain showers. You're going to have to be wearing a raincoat. Who you wearing, Michael?
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Got to be wearing my own brand. That's right. I got to wear a raincoat on top. Going to ruin the look with a raincoat over top.
Thanks, Ginger. Guys, we have Oscars fever. We got debate fever. We're going one-on-one with the nominees. We got politicians.
Got it all.
Stay
Dun, dun, dun.